Okay, episode 42, page 124. Make sure you have your notebook, your characteristics and conventions chart, as well as your theme tracker. Here we go. Hiding that treasure deep in its tower, as the dragon had done, broke God's law and brought it no good. Guarding its stolen wealth, it killed Wiglaf's king, but was punished with death. Who knows when princes and their soldiers, the bravest and strongest of men, are destined to die, their time ended, their homes, their halls empty and still. So Beowulf sought out the dragon, dared it into battle, but could never know what God had decreed, or that death would come to him, or why. So the spell was solemnly laid by men long dead. It was meant to last till the day of judgment. Whoever stole their jewels, their gold, would be cursed with the flames of hell, heaped high with sin and guilt, if greed was what brought him. God alone could break their magic, open his grace to man. So the dragon is cursed as well because the treasure was stolen from this ancient dynasty. The death of the dragon is the curse, just as Beowulf's death was his curse. Beowulf had no idea that God had decreed this. The idea was that this curse was to last until the last day on earth, or the final judgment. God did not believe that anybody would actually come in and take this treasure. Then Wiglaf spoke. Wiglaf is going to speak for the first time to the Geats as king. Then Wiglaf spoke, Wexton's son. How often an entire country suffers on one man's account. That time has come to us. We tried to counsel our beloved king, our shield and protection, show him danger, urge him to leave the dragon in the dark tower it had lain in so long, live there till the end of the world. Fate and his will were too strong. Everyone knows the treasure his life brought, but Beowulf was worth more than this gold, and the gift is a harsh one. I've seen it all, been in the tower where the jewels and armor were hidden, allowed to behold them once war and its terror were done. I gathered them up, gold and silver, filled my arms as full as I could, and quickly carried them back to my king. He lay right there, still alive, still sure in mind and tongue. He spoke sadly, said I should greet you, asked that after you've burned his body, you bring his ashes here, make this the tallest of towers in his tomb, as great and lasting as his fame, when Beowulf himself walked the earth and no man living could match him. Okay, this is a theme, okay? Beowulf's goal was to be famous in death. So this should go right under courage and bravery on your theme tracker. Come, let us enter the tower, see the dragon's marvelous treasure one last time. I'll lead the way. Take you close to that heap of curious jewels and rings and gold. Let the pyre be ready and high. As soon as we've seen the dragon's hoard, we will carry our beloved king, our leader and lord, where he'll lie forever in God's keeping. So Wiglaf has the best of intentions. He talks about Beowulf's last moments on earth. He says that Beowulf has told me to now take over as your leader. No one questions this, which is a little strange, but everyone says, okay, you can now be our king. But then, unfortunately, Wiglaf says, okay, now how about everybody follow me into the tower? This will spread the curse around, okay? He is trying to prepare Beowulf's body in the funeral pyre for a great ceremony. But in turn, he's spreading the curse, as all of those who enter the tower will then be cursed. Then Wiglaf commanded the wealthiest Geats, brave warriors and owners of land, leaders of his people, to bring wood for Beowulf's funeral. Now the fire must feed on his body. Flames grow heavy and black with him, who endured arrows falling in iron showers, feathered shafts, barbed and sharp, shot through linden shields, storms of eager arrowheads dropping. And Wexton's wise son took 7 of the noblest Geats, led them together down the tunnel, deep into the dragon's tower. The one in front had a torch, held it high in his hands. The best of Beowulf's followers entered behind that gleaming flame, seeing gold and silver rotting on the ground with no one to guard it. The Geats were not troubled with scruples or fears, but quickly gathered up treasure and carried it out of the tower. And they rolled the dragon down to the cliff and dropped it over. Let the ocean take it, the tide sweep it away. Then silver and gold and precious jewels were put on a wagon with Beowulf's body and brought down the jutting sand where the pyre waited. So the Geats have the best intentions in mind. They want to have the greatest funeral pyre ever to remember and to celebrate their king. But in doing so, all of those who have gone into the tower, removed the treasure, are now cursed as well. The dragon is then rolled, the corpse is rolled over the cliff and dropped into the ocean. And we leave 42, heading into 43, our final episode, with Beowulf being brought down to the cliff, to the beach, for his funeral pyre.